Do you want to build with basalt, but you don't want to have to go and spend hours in the nether to collect it all up? Don't you worry, I've got a basalt generator here that works in both the nether and the overworld with no problems. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Minecraft 1.16 Nether Update Farm series. That's a very long title for a series. Today, we're looking at Basalt. The Nether is a very scary place, and if you want to go into the Basalt Deltas, there's a better than average chance that you're going to get killed by something. So, if you want Basalt, which is a fantastic new building block, maybe you want to get it in the overworld, but there's a problem. It doesn't naturally spawn in the overworld. You've got to make it yourself. No more worries about that. I've got a basalt generator for you here that works in the overworld. Let me show you how to make it. Everything you need to build this farm is in this chest. Now let me explain. Everything in the top row is absolutely essential and will be consumed within this farm. Everything in the second row is essential, but you get it back so you can use it for another project. Stuff in the bottom is purely decorative, and if you don't want to go fancy, then that's your choice. This basalt generator has got a pretty small footprint. It is just a 3x3 square with 4 3x1s on the outside to make a cross shape. We're going to start, for the sake of easiness, from the bottom up. Take out that block, put in a chest. If you wish, make it a double chest. It's entirely up to you. It works with both. Remove the 3 that are going to go down the middle and shift click 3 hoppers into those. That way the hoppers spouts point all the way into the chest and it'll collect everything. Get yourself your rail, shift click onto the first hopper and put a minecart with hopper on top. Mine out the rail. That way the rail comes back and hits that chest. Pop another rail, shift clicking onto there, minecart with hopper, mine it out, get the rail back, shift click it onto there, minecart with hopper, mine out the rail. That way you've only used one rail and you can use it for another project later because you can collect it back. It's not used up within this particular build. Then get yourself cobblestone either side of these minecart with hoppers. That will lock the minecart with hoppers in so as they don't wriggle around and mess up your build. This is where you use your stripped crimson hyphae. Now it doesn't have to be stripped crimson hyphae. You could use warped or crimson stems, warped hyphae, whatever you like. You could even use stone for this bottom level. Doesn't have to be anything clever. But that block there, that must be either warped crimson hyphae, stripped crimson hyphae, or some of the stems. It has to be a wooden block. These again could be stone if you wish. Once you've got them too high like that, we're now going to get a temporary block there, and I'm going to get some soul soil and I'm going to put it there. Another temporary block there and there, soul soil there and there. So what we're going to do is we're going to press these soul soils into the hoppers. So remove the 3 temporary blocks there and pop them on top of the soul soil. We're then going to get ourselves another row of temporary blocks and remove those temporary blocks. We then need to get a piston, not a sticky piston, just a normal piston, and put them upside down underneath those blocks there. Now these blocks need to be conducted, so cobblestone works beautifully. Then get yourself a lever, pop the lever in the middle and throw the lever. That pushes all 3 of those soul soils into the minecart with hoppers. Remove the lever, take it back, get rid of those 3 temporary blocks, get rid of those pistons. You can then use them again for another project. Now we want to get ourselves some blue ice. Now it must be blue ice. If you use any other type of ice or water, this thing ain't going to work. Put a blue ice there, a blue ice there, and a blue ice there. That's all you need. I know that is a lot of ice if you think about it. Each one of those is 81 normal ice, but it doesn't work unless you use blue ice. Now at this point we're going to add a little bit of decoration. It's not entirely decorative because it means you can get back up on top. Put an upside down warped step there and then get upside down warp step there and then come around the back and put an upside down warp step there and also there. And then get yourself crimson stairs, put them there in the middle, and come all the way around and put it there as well. Then get yourself a soul lantern and put it on all 4 of those warped steps that you've got in the 4 corners. That is okay, fairly decorative, but it also allows you a little bit of access using these steps up to the top, because now it's the moment of truth. we're going to see whether or not what we've done is right. If this doesn't work, you've done it wrong somewhere. I hope I haven't done it wrong somewhere. In the middle, pop down 1 bucket of lava. It will flow onto that soul soil, and where it does, it forms basalt. Now we know we've done it right because we've got 3 loads of basalt. It's a thing to behold. Now we just need to cap the system off, and the way we're going to do that is to put a block in the middle there and come all the way down, and then cover up the lava and cover up all that blue ice as well. Again, put a block in the middle there, a block in the middle there, and we can also put a block in the middle like that. So if we look at it from above, we've got kind of that star shape. Grab ourselves some crimson stairs, put crimson stairs just to close off those corners, it just doesn't look quite so harsh, and then get warped trapdoors and cover up the entire top with warped trapdoors. Now this is optional, but it also stops it from being spawnable, so it is worth it in the end. Also get a warped trapdoor there, warped trapdoor there, warped trapdoor there, and a warped trapdoor there. We're just going to finish it off now with a few buttons around the sides just for decorative purposes, and that is our system completed. Now the way this basalt generator actually works is very similar to the way a cobblestone generator works. If you turn yourself around and you sit yourself and you face yourself right here and you just bash away, the lava comes across and it replaces the basalt that has come out when you've mined it. Now because the minecart with hoppers instantly pick up the basalt that comes through that soul soil, it puts it into the chest immediately, so you don't have to worry about losing any of this to the lava or popping off somewhere else. It sucks it in really quickly. Let's give it a test. I've come into survival mode and I'm holding in my hand a diamond pick with no enchantments on it whatsoever, so no efficiency or anything like that. It's just a straight up diamond pick, and we're going to have a crack at seeing how much basalt we can get in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes of mining. You can see the chest is currently empty. I'm going to sit myself on top of the chest and we're going to start mining for just 2 minutes solidly. Now you could use this with an auto clicker if you want to do it AFK or rebind your keys, and we'll talk about how to do that towards the end, but this is how we do it with our finger pressed on the button for 2 minutes. Let's go. And that is exactly 2 minutes. You can see that we've got basalt already formed back in there ready for our next session. Straight into the chest, and we've got, wow, so that is 210 pieces of basalt in exactly 2 minutes. That is not too bad a yield. If you're a little bit resource limited, maybe you've only got 1 piece of blue ice or 2 and haven't got enough to be able to get the rest, then you can do a double and a single version of this farm, and all you do is reduce the width. You can see there the single version of this farm will give you about 80 pieces of basalt in 2 minutes. The double version of this farm will give you about 160 basalt in 2 minutes, and as we saw, 200 pieces in 2 minutes from the triple. Now, unless you've got efficiency on your pick, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever if you go to 4 or 5. And efficiency, frankly, doesn't even make that much more difference. So really the most efficient is this 3. But really, 200 in 2 minutes, that's 6,000 pieces of basalt in an hour. Surely that's enough. Now, when we did the experiment earlier on for 2 minutes worth of basalt, I was sat there with my finger on the button. That is not AFK. I've claimed that this is an AFK farm, and there's 2 ways in which you can make it an AFK farm. The first is to install an auto clicker. There are a bazillion tutorials on YouTube on how to do that, so I'm not going to go into that. But I am going to show you how to bind your keys, because you don't need to install anything on your computer. Come to where you want to hit your basalt, hit the escape key, and hit options, hit controls, and you'll see your controls menu here if you're not familiar with it. Here is attack and destroy. That is the thing that destroys the basalt, how you mine something out. Currently bound to the left mouse button. If I hit that with my left mouse button and select a key, I recommend you go for enter because it's normally one of the biggest keys on your keyboard, and then come out. That will mean that when I use my left mouse button, it will not do anything. I'm here busily clicking my left mouse button. However, if I press and hold my enter key that is destroying that basalt there for me. Now what I can do is I can put something on my enter key. I actually recommend 2 AA batteries at the same time. It's just the right weight for my keyboard, so something like that works perfectly. You find what works for you, and that will continue to mine out when you walk away, go and see your gran, go and have your tea, go to bed, whatever. Now remember, you are not going to be doing anything with a mending pick here, so if you've not got mending on your thing, it doesn't matter. You're going to be using up your pick, which is why a diamond pick is best. If you use a diamond pick, you're going to have a good hour's worth of mining out of it. However, if you don't use a diamond pick, if you use an iron pick, you'll find it only lasts for a lot less time. So, remember what I said at the top, the Basalt Deltas are a dangerous place for a Minecraft player. You don't need to get your Basalt in the Nether. You can do it in the Overworld with this really easy triple Basalt Generator, or double or single, depending on how much you want. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying it, and I will keep on making it. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.